born in Qatar. So I've been here for 27 years now. Hi, I'm Elizabeth Thankless. I'm a graphic designer. I'm also a visual artist. This is a design pattern that I actually saw on tapestry in a mosque, which I've actually turned it into the design for the mosque. And stenciling is something that I've been doing very often for textiles, for clay modeling, for painting on acrylic mixed media. But this was the first time I tried it with a marker, that too on glass. I'm very used to glass painting too, but this technique was totally different because if you go over a line again, it just rubs off. So you have to be very careful and think about what lines do you go ahead with in order to maintain the color and in order to have a stencil look exactly like the design that you've designed. So yes, in terms of technique, this was a bit tricky, but then after the first few stencils, yeah, I kind of got hold of it.
I don't consider myself as an artist. My name is Abrar Janahi. I have so much emotions, feelings, and thoughts that goes on in me, and I wanted to put it to something to express them. So I started to draw. It's something that was inside me since a very young age, and I figured out that I'm a bit of a drawer, not an artist, because artist is a collection of so many things I didn't have yet. I created a signature that I use. It's always been with me, so I used it finally in my drawing. It just means for me that I've been there. I've been in the picture. I've been living it. Actually, when I draw, I put some music and I go on, because you can see how messy my work is, but it shows who I am. I am the kind of person that has lots of things going around and that wants to talk about them all the time, and it shows the messiness in my speaking and the collecting of the information and maybe the feelings I have. That's it. The signature always means for me, I have been there in the picture before I finish it. I lived it.
It's the first time I draw on glass with markers. It was a challenge because you go all out. We also have only two colors to work with. I usually use lots of colors in my drawings because that's how I feel. The colorful. That was a challenge also, and but it's good. It's a new experience. First of all, Katara is like an old grandmother. She's giving a gift to her grandchild. This is the youth of Qatar now. They have the future in their hands, and I think they should keep their values. You see, I have drawn a Quran, which is Islamic values. And then, as a result of that, we see the future is being built of Qatar. For example, we have the Civil Hospital and the railway, while not forgetting the old things and the traditions of the country.
outcome is different than what I put in my mind. I wanted to do something that represents the past and the future of Doha, as well as the main buildings that we know here. So I put them in a tornado. I'm not sure what is that, but it's a circle that shows you that it goes round and round. Nothing that happened and passed it. It's always continuing. I had put in my mind that I want to collect the past, future, and the present in the same point, but I don't want it to be classified, so I put them together. And it's like it's what comes in my mind when I draw this. It's like I want it to be in a circle that always going on, not never stop. It means that the Doha city will always be making more and more beautiful things. So I draw here Katara foundation tree, and the Souk Waqif and the big mosque in the Corniche. Here the Laguna, 2 towers. It has a good shape, that's why I picked them. Sheraton is a historical figure in Doha. It's the first hotel. Here the pearl inside in the Corniche. It's something that has been there since I'm a kid. That's why I put it in the middle. Here the Islamic Museum, Katara, the Qatar flag, and the towers that we have. I also mentioned lots of birds, because birds can represent freedom, and it shows the past and the future at the same time.
The very first building I remember in Doha was the Sheraton, and now it's evolved into so many different shapes and structures that it's really hard to tell which is new, which is old. And yeah, I mean, I've also tried to show how education has led to this development. The urbanization of the culture has come across through education, and how culture is still represented in the architecture out here. For example, these motifs, these are partly just plasterwork that is seen all across Qatar. It is typical of Qatar, and I've tried to recreate that as a part of the design. That is something that is seen in almost all the traditional structures.
I feel that every person has a pearl inside them. Maybe it's just me, I mentioned it here, because it has a very pure meaning. And I want you to figure out that with that special thing inside you can create a whole